Yeah, it wasn't our best game, but we found a way to win.
I'm sure you harped on Toronto's intensity because you figured they had to be desperate coming into this situation.
Yeah,
They did all that and more.
for sure. And their team is not indicative of their record. They're a great team, and we've had a lot of success against them in the last few years. So it was an easy game for us to come in thinking that they were just going to show up and win the game. But they showed a lot of determination, a lot of fight. Like you said, they were desperate, and they got some great players on that team. And Buffalo's a tough place to win, and they almost came in here and beat us.
On Lee's goal, it was almost surprising how wide open they left him to cover Josh. What was the?
Well, you have a transition guy, D guy coming on the goalie. You don't want him to pass the ball off to a goal scorer, right? And the goalie doesn't have to move his feet either. So I'm sure the defenseman, I didn't see it, but I'm sure he's splitting it and giving the shot to Weiser, so he doesn't commit to Weiser, and Weiser passes to Josh. Now you got an offensive player with great skills.
For a team that really has had its way for the first 3 games, this is a big dose of adversity, and you wound up overcoming it eventually. I'm not saying it was easy by any means, but you got to be happy about the way you reacted to the situation.
I know for sure, and the first 3 years, the first 3 games, we've played well. Things have gone our way, and we have not. We're not expecting every game to go that way. We're gonna. I'm expecting. A dogfight every game, and this is not surprising, regardless of what happened in the first 3 games. I told the guys, we're 3-0 and they're 0-4. When that whistle starts, no one knows what the records are. The guys just play hard. So give Toronto a lot of credit. They didn't give up, and it was a great game on their part.
Ian tied his career high in goals for the second time this season. Set a career high in points. What's he doing this year? Obviously he's a great transition player, great both ends, but offensively, what's making him so special this year?
Well, this is his first year playing full-time offense, so he's getting a lot more looks offensively in 5-on-5. Predominantly, he's been a defensive transition player with the odd time he stays and plays 5-on-5. So getting more looks. So he's a great goal scorer from the inside and outside, and he's been successful all year long. He might be leading the team in goals now, I believe.
He is.
Yeah.
He's been leading him
Yeah.
for the entire season.
So just more opportunity on offense.
You had a couple looked like spirited discussions with the officials tonight. Anything?
Well, I just was asking about the blindside hits. I was asking, what's the rule? Are you allowed to have a blindside hit? And I didn't get an answer. So I just said, do you know the rule? Like, that's all I said. So.
After that 62 save game by Vince kind of got knocked off that pedestal, but for him to lock in and that
It's tough to continue at that pace. These guys are great goal scorers, great shooters. So, to do that for 3 games consecutive is a lot to be said. So, it's it's expected that teams are going to score double digits on us eventually. We can't expect 6 goals a game, all season. If we could do that, we would be unstoppable.
That final minute from him, though, to bounce back, kind of what does that say about him?
No, I didn't think he had a bad game. It definitely wasn't like his first 3 games. He made some big saves when he had to. They got some great shooters. They had some great looks. They had some new shooters that we weren't used to, didn't know what to expect. So it's tough to get a read on somebody you haven't played against. And they, I think they had a couple. They have a lot of injuries on their team right now, so they have a few new players that are taking shots that we're not accustomed to.
Did you say anything at all to Chase during the game? It looked like a little bit he was passing the ball more than usual until he scored that big goal obviously late in the game.
Yeah, funny. I just talked about that in the room. He was quiet during the game, but still working hard. But man, he scored a big tying goal for us, so that was a key moment, a big part of the game, and he seems to show up in those situations, especially against Toronto. So, without that, we're still fighting to catch up. So, Chase has the ability to put 5 goals in. He does a lot of dirty work for our team, sets picks, gets back on defense, fights for loose balls, and he has a knack for the net too.
Are you looking forward to a more normal schedule now after all the bye weeks?
Well, you'd get more in a rhythm. I thought the offense, again, there was not much chemistry. We're forcing a lot of passes, dropping a lot of block shots, a lot of forces. It just seemed like we weren't patient enough at times. I think playing more, guys would develop more of a chemistry. It's hard to, have 2 practices in 2 weeks and then have a game. If it was up to me, we'd play 2 or 3 times a week. But
Easy for you to say.
no, it's just the more you have your stick in your hand, the better your skill set, the better your skills are.
Yeah, and speaking of, you guys were supposed to have a shoot around yesterday, right? But that got
We normally do. Yeah, we knew this morning. Usually we have shoot-arounds in the morning, game day, and today we didn't have that. I think the hockey teams were on the ice possibly.
Do you think that affected?
Just a little bit, but it's not an excuse. I think we need to be better. As much it would help to have your stick in your hand the day of the game, it might throw some guys off. Just lacrosse sticks are very delicate. It's not like a hockey stick. If your stick's just off a little bit, you're not, you're shooting for the top corner, but the thing's hooking on you. You got to adjust the pockets, adjust the strings in your stick. So you're constantly tweaking your stick to perfection. So the more you use it, the more you get familiar with it.
Yeah, and speaking of adjustments, we saw obviously Rosie get pulled late in the game there. Did that change your strategy as you guys,
No, just different goalie, which, try to shoot at his weaknesses, and I thought he came in and did a good job for them. Yeah,
A lot of pressure in that situation.
yeah, but he made a lot of saves, I thought.
Yeah.
What did we score? Just 2 goals on him? Mm-hmm. He did a good job. Holloway. Yeah. He made a couple nice saves.
Pretty good week. Get to go on the trip with your nephew and then a big win tonight.
Yeah, the big one was nice. The trip was nice to spend some time with my nephew. Yeah.